I bet your game is probably still broken even after the August 2nd base game update. Now I have a couple fixes for you, but I don't know if it's going to be from the mods or from the base game update. So my question is, if you have mods, I have a couple solutions for you. But if you don't have mods, I have some more solutions for you as well. So let's just get to it. First, let's talk about mods. If you have mods, the best thing you can possibly do before you update your game is I would honestly just take the mods out of your game. And it's simple. So what I would probably do is create a backup folder for your mods on your desktop. Since today's the 4th, let's just go ahead and create a folder titled August 4th within the backup folder on my desktop. So once you do that, I will go ahead and just drag in your mods folder to this backup folder. So just in case, like if something goes wrong and you delete your mods and you just have a backup of your mods. So we'll go ahead and copy the mods from the EA folder. I'm on Mac, so in order to get to the EA folder, I will go into my Documents, Electronic Arts, The Sims 4, and then I have a mods folder right here within the folder. So what I typically do is I'll go ahead and just copy and paste it and drag it right on into the document file. So here's my backup mods folder. So I'll just go ahead and drag it right into the August 4th folder that we just created. All right, so once you do this, I will go back to the actual EA document and go ahead and remove the mods from your Sims folder. For me, for my sake, I like to go ahead and just copy over my saves, screenshots, and my tray files, just so that way I still have a backup of my saves and screenshots in tray folders. However, keep these in your EA folder. You don't need to delete these. I like to just make a copy of them and send them over to my backup mods folder. I feel like a lot of people are having issues with build and buy. Some are having issues with create a sim, such as like color swatches. And then when it comes to build mode, some people are having issues with windows and doors. So I think this could potentially help. Also, when you're in gameplay, a lot of people are saying that some of their sims are showing up with bald hair or they're not wearing any clothes at all. So maybe removing all your mods and maybe even your CC might help. So let's go ahead and open up the game and see exactly how the game functions. So now that I'm on the home screen, what I would do is I will go ahead and just create a new game. I feel like creating a new save file will eliminate like sims walking around with bald heads, sims with like no clothes on. And another cool thing to do is use this as like your template for base game updates. So whenever there's a situation where you need to update your game, this would be a perfect save file to just open up and then test the game without your mods or your CC. Or go ahead and test the game using this save file with your mods in as well, just to see what mods and what CC could potentially be broken. Now I know I keep saying CC, usually CC shouldn't have an issue, like you shouldn't have an issue with it, but I have noticed that some CC will get outdated depending on the base game update. So because I created a new save file, I can already tell right now, just from looking at Create a Sim, is that I don't really see any issues with swatch colors. I don't have any issues navigating through Create a Sim. So for now, I feel like just from the base game update that we received August 2nd, things in the cast is looking good. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's get this done, man, 'cause I gotta post this joint tonight. My game ever load up? I have noticed since the Werewolves gamepad that my loading screens take forever. There we go, cool. But just a reminder, make sure you do the save as and create a new save file. Just put like base game update test. And this will always be like your go-to for checking to see if your mods are broken or if the game's gonna actually work. So a lot of times it will break your game, so it's safe to just go ahead and create a save file that you can open up whenever you want. Another thing that you can potentially do before you update the game is go ahead and go into your game options and go to other and just go ahead and uncheck script mods allowed and go ahead and just uncheck enable custom content and mods, so that way it won't interfere with the update. But again, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and just remove my mods in CC because I find that that's a little bit easier for me. And then here's another thing too, try not to save your game if you know you have an issue. especially if it's a save file that you really care about, like if it's your legacy family and you have Sims aging up and you don't want them to age up, just make sure you're not saving. That's another pro tip is, again, create a save file. Creating a new save file would definitely help and avoid those situations where you're gonna potentially damage your actual existing save files. And then now once you're in your new save file, just go ahead and check the build mode to see if all the doors and windows are existing. Maybe create a couple things or even go to already existing lots within that new save file and just see if the doors and windows exist. And then again, just play around and create a sim. And if anything, if it looks like everything works, then you know it's gotta be a mod that caters to either build mode or a mod that's catering to your creative sims. Like the column thing needed updated. I know there might be a couple build mods that probably need updating. And definitely check MC Command Center because I know that's a very popular mod. A lot of times you might have to go to the website just to make sure you got the most up-to-date release on that mod. Same as UI Cheats extension, because those are the two that I normally use quite a bit. So definitely make sure you're checking to see if the mods are up to date. I would say the last thing you should probably do if none of those other options are working for you is maybe try to do a repair in Origin. Now this is for the Origin players. I don't know how to do a repair or a reinstall of the game with Steam, but this is how you do it for Origin. So if you're in Origin, the easiest thing to do to repair your game is just go into your My Library and then click on your Sims game. And then it's gonna ask you either you wanna play, but there's a little settings icon that you can pick. So just click on the settings icon. From there, you can either update the game, repair it, or just check out some game properties, or you can hide it, uninstall it, or whatever it is that you wanna do. But in this case, we wanna go ahead and repair the game. Now, I don't need to repair my game, but I can click on it and repair it and it'll do just fine. And I would say that should be the final last thing you need to do just to see if it works for you. And if you're having things outside of the already existing issues, then I would, at that point, contact EA, submit a ticket, and then they should be able to help you from there. So that's pretty much all I have in regards to just navigating through, just to see exactly what's the issue when it comes to, is it the base game update that's causing you issues, or is it mods that might need to be updated? Hopefully that helps. Make sure you comment and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I see you when I see you. Dag dag.